Uh, yeah, I should take another one. Let's just do it. Let's just get her done. Well, I'm gonna take like another one. Absolutely, don't worry. You saw like one hit. I've taken like. I'll feel. It's been a morning already. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Hold on. Let's take one. Let's take another. Let's just do this. Let's just, you know what? Set it up to high too. We got a low setting and we got a high setting. I put it to low. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Good morning. Always set your stuff to good morning, Bill. Good morning, Cleany. Good morning to the crew. I'll say good morning. Hold on. Hold on. There it is. That's a good one. That'll get her done. Herbie, this is a in the we're cleaning this alternator part from I think a garlic cookie alternator. A garlic cookie. Well, let's get the fly strip. Maybe not so featured. Hold on, man. It's been a morning. It's been a morning. Why has it already been a morning already? It can't already be a morning already. Good morning, Waz. Good morning, Catzilla. Oh, good morning. I got. Oh, it's an Italian alternator. Someone called it. That's funny. Oh, good morning. Alright, let's say good morning to my friends. And you guys. I'm kidding, you guys. I'm kidding. Good morning, Jay. We got Powies. We got Nerd Nature. Good morning, Cleany. Go ahead, right, exactly, the Waz says, Smudge in the studio, 5280, good morning. Good morning, Modi. Good morning, morning, Herbie. Derek Anderson, my two mods. Good morning to you guys. This show wouldn't happen without those two guys. Good morning, Four Leaf. Love the streams, love you. From Jay. Jay family says, good morning, Laura Divine. I'm only here for Laura. I'm glad the show's going on now because Laura's here. Good morning. Herbie says T is for 18 and up. Probably. Good morning, Mr. UFO. Good morning to you, friend. Flying around. You're identified now. You're an IFO. Alright? That's what you are. Morning, Felipe. Good morning. Alright. I'm going to wait for a few more of these folks to show up. And we're going to have kind of a field day. A field day? Book day. We'll have a book day. We're going to learn. We're going to learn today. I should have written that. We're going to have a Brock Speaks Correctly day tomorrow, not today. Good morning. We're just going to have a weird opening to the show. Alright? No, Jay, we're going to learn. We're going to learn, Jay. Okay, we're going to learn. We're going to learn philosophy. Morning, Foil. Good morning. Before that happens, though, I'm going to eat food in front of you. My blood sugar is high. I have, I don't know. At one point, I kind of got, like, self-diagnosed as having, like, the opposite of diabetes, where, like, I have too much blood sugar. And so, like, if it drops down, whoa, am I screwed. So if you'll see me with a... I remember I was riding on a Greyhound bus, and I had, like, this weird little blood sugar attack. And I knew that, like, I was having, like, a little blood sugar attack and all, and I needed a Mountain Dew. I needed, like, a little shot of sugar. And all I had was a granola bar. And this guy sitting next to me on the bus, Greyhound, all he had was a bag full of Fireball shots. And so I was sweating profusely trying to talk to this guy. Because he wouldn't stop talking to me. You know how that is. If you've never been on a Greyhound bus having to deal with that, it's alright. It's a weird experience having to talk to people you don't want to talk to. Anyhow, so I reach in and I'm struggling really bad. Reach into my bag and all I can find is this granola bar. I'm like, there's raisins in the granola bar. There's sugar in the nature's candy is what raisins are, right? All in my stupid head. And so I try and eat the granola bar. Nothing. Mostly granola. Did you know that? Granola bars, mostly granola. Maybe a grape or two. And it's not even a grape. It's a raisin. Alright? So there's I think there were 3 raisins in the granola bar. I don't know. Or at least maybe one little raisin in the bite that I was able to take as I was talking to this guy, shaking and going through my little attack. And then I reach into my bag one more time and I pull out I didn't know I had it. I thought I was out. A Mountain Dew. I take one drink of the Mountain Dew, boom, symptoms gone. No more sweats, no more feeling like I'm gonna die. Anyhow, this is to keep me from talking to the guy with a bag full of Fireball. No, Herbie, I've had this experience before. It's not caffeine withdrawal. It was definitely, I definitely have blood sugar attacks when I don't eat food for a while. Blah blah blah. Not going through any kind of a medical thing. It's more just for the story, just a weird story to try and justify eating food in front of you guys. That's all. That's all. That's mostly all of this is. It's just a justification for all the shit I'm gonna do in front of you. So, meaning I'm gonna eat the rest of this, and we're just gonna have a minute or two of watching me eat food. Morning, Sandy. So it's a different show when I host. Okay, for those of you that are like, "Where's Pops?" I go, let's just eat this though. All right. Also, favorite time of the season is when the pumpkin spice rolls are back. So I'm gonna eat this. Let's just, all right. Here we go. Also, it's always English. Someone English or Spanish. It's always if you're gonna eat the swallow. Is it African or English or whatever? I probably always want to go English. Oh, there's more to it. You can see. Good morning, my friends. Tetsuro, good morning. I think I said 5280. Justin, good morning. Jason says, I have hypothyroidism. I can only come up with symptoms. I don't even know the real symptoms of that. What is that? Hypothyroidism. This is the awkward part of the show. I think Exception, if she's listening, she'll be she's checking her headphones to make sure I didn't actually break them. Also, the Waz, I thought you had a job. What are you doing, Waz? Where you at? I thought you had a job. You even texted me. He's like, hey man, sorry I haven't texted you in the last 3 hours. I think I got a job. What are you at? What are you doing? Come on. Good morning. All right. Morning, Melody. There it says, I checked out on my local Rip It prices, $1.25. Hold on. There we go. The wall says, I'm texting and driving like a good citizen, but it's talk to text, so it's okay. No, you still have to hit a button. I know what's going on. I know you still have to hit a button, the Waz. Also, look out. Oh, sorry about that. Look out. Okay? Let the person pass. Okay? Slow down. 10 and 2, Waz. 10 and 2, friend. Okay? I can only get to about 9:30. That's why I'm a bad driver. Okay? I can only reach to 9:30. Good morning. What is going on? Someone says, what's happening? I was eating food and then talking to Waz, and the Waz is like, I'm driving, and so now I have to give the Waz a little bit of crap. How did you even do the emojis while you're driving? Do you have to do like while you're driving, how do you do emojis? You're like emoji, cry face, emoji, cry face, emoji, cry face, emoji. Hold on, let me merge. Cry face. Like, how do you, what do you mean? What do you mean? Working. I think you're bragging. That's what that is. Nobody actually works. Good morning, everybody. Who said, we can hit the like button if you like it, Derek Anderson. I love it when everyone's like, don't forget to hit the like button. I'm like, only if you like it. Let's see. Good morning, Sake with everyone else here. Good morning. Much love from K Mama. Good morning, Mama. Good morning, from Edward E. Good morning, Edward E. Good morning, Waz. I'm just saying, man, with the thumbs up, too. Can you, happy face, cry, cry. Happy face, cry, cry. Thumbs up, emoji. Hold on. I think I'm here. You know? It doesn't, how do you do that while you're driving? Alright, let's scroll up a little bit more here. We got Niffer. Good morning, Niffer. Good morning, Pacers. Oh, pardon me. I'm gross right now. Just burping all the way. Man, we are having just a weird. You know what? How's all right. It's a book day. Today's a book day. We didn't have a book day on Monday. We broke a couple. I really apologize for breaking your headphones. To anyone that was listening on their headphones. Also, I apologize to Free for all the Aaron Judge jokes that Pops and I were telling. No, Jay, I get it. It's kind of. I mean, someone said it's not gross. Jay said it's not gross when it's a natural body function. No, it's gross. No, I've heard some gross natural body functions, and I gotta tell you, what the fudgel, alright, and then fudge, you know, ugh, gross, alright, no, it's gross, I don't need to hear some of that, okay, I mean, the burping and whatnot, come on, you know, but like all the other, like, you know, the fudge, you know, I don't need to hear that, you know what I mean, like, that's why you don't live next to a factory, you know, whatever it is, you know, whether it's a machine factory, whether it's, you know, a bicycle factory or a fudge factory. It's a different show on the hours. We're on a different wavelength, all of us. Okay? We're on a different wavelength. Jay says, No wet ones. No, I mean, you can let one. You can let a wet, but you gotta realize that you're the guy. That's you. You did that, okay? Like, if you flame it, claim it, okay? That's all I'm saying. Alright? If you flame it, claim it. I hope all the you can't really if you could light a burp, we would all be dragons. If you could light your burp, would you? You would. But yet you don't light your I don't know, I don't get it. You know? A little fudgery going on. And then we drop right into philosophy. This is how we do it, Derek. This is how we do it. This is how we do it, Kim. That's why I'm not allowed to teach class. At all. Because, first off, the whole room would just be smelling like butt. Alright? We'd be farting all over the place. It'd be gross. Alright? Secondly, we're going to have people, saying words like crappuccino. Or and that's not good. Or fartuccino. Come on, man. Nobody says that. No one says that. We got a lot to go through. We got that which history does not belong. Yeah, we got a lot. Insofar as the scientific, it must also be falsified. Okay. We'll get the Popper. You know what? Let's just do it. You want to run through? Let's have a run. Let's just run through. Just have a big run through book day, yeah? How about you guys? Because we're going to start with Heidegger. Oh, Heidegger's going to be a big one. And then I want to go through like two more after Heidegger. Logic gets the last scientific ingredient. And then maybe if we got time, we'll do two more. And then maybe if we got time, we'll do one more. You just want to have like a big book day? I kind of want to have like a big book day. What do you guys think? It's up to you guys. Or, let's do it read on. Jay says, yeah, let's do it. Heidelberg, not Heisenberg. Heisenberg is physics. Pops thinks he knows a little bit about physics. He doesn't know anything about physics. He knows about the four agreements, but he doesn't know about the four elemental forces. So anytime he claims that he knows anything about Heisenberg, Heidegger, maybe, I don't know. We are going to learn about Heidegger. Heisenberg, different book, different. That's just a little. Between you, me, fly on the wall, and whatever. Let's go. First off, let's just get her done. That one was nice though. That one felt good. That little burp right there. I don't know. Some burps aren't gross. Some burps are just they're sedimenty. Like they settle you. They're sedimenty. I don't know what that means. It fit though in my brain. Earthy, where everything foundational. Let's just do it. We'll dibble dabble, drop into the book. What happened? All right. So before, I kind of want to talk to you guys about when I read. When I read, I don't really talk to you guys. Is that okay? Like, I know, what do you guys do? Are you guys, like, donating to worthy causes while I'm reading? I'm like, what are you guys doing? Well, like, are you, like, reading along? Maybe Derek Anderson, because I think he has the book. Like, morning Marmars, by the way. Morning, Metro. Good morning. King Metro says, please break the radio. We're not worthy causes. Nobody's a worthy cause. You might be a B cause. I'm a B cause. I'm at work, so I listen while I'm reading, Sarah says. Alright, well that's good. Jay says, how to send fan mail. I don't know. Just turn it on real quick and then you like throw it right in front of the fan and then... Poor K. Someone... Niffer says, I listen and I work. See, I think you guys are being jerks. You're all like, oh, well, I'm at work. I'm not at work. I'm reading a book out loud to you guys. What do you mean? Well, you're at work? Ooh, la-dee-da. I'm at work. I read to you how you're not supposed to be at work. The cutting off of work. What do you mean? My job's not being... I'm not good at my job if you guys are still at work. What do you mean? You should be rioting while I'm reading philosophy. I want you pulling 2x4s down nail by nail. Vive la revolution! While I read. No, instead you're like, no, I'm bettering my world. No, I'm tending my plants. No, I'm making sure my volume is adjusted. No, I'm talking to my friends. No, I'm maybe learning some of the stuff you're reading. Well, alright. I was gonna be like, you guys are such jerks for being good people, but I'm a jerk for being a jerk to you guys not being jerks. Let's just... Jay says, man, I know having kids made me a jerk, right? You just kind of like, you get used to saying shit out loud to kids, and you're like, God, you're an idiot. You know, but he's not, obviously, you know, but like he's still learning. Her, whatever, they, you know, you're like, oh man, or you laugh when they fall, you're like, ha ha ha. You might have even accidentally just kind of, whoops, you know, you didn't know. You thought maybe they'd handle it. You know, I had a friend of mine text me, like, my kid fell down when we were on our way to the bus. I go, you gotta quit pushing your kid. She just laughed, ha 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 ha. She didn't see, she didn't. Kids will turn you into jerks. I know, I was a kid. I know I wrecked the shit out of my mom. Like, I know that she pulled at least 3 strands of hair out of her head because of me. Mm-hmm. See right there. If she saw me doing whatever that was, at least 3 strands of hair missing right now. Alright, let's get into Heidegger. Let's just, we're gonna have a book day. I love you guys. Thanks for being here. You can hit the like button if you like it. Ah, man. We've been reading the book, the philosophy book, Big Ideas Simply Explained. While I read, talk amongst yourselves, read along, listen, work, suckers. Let's just learn. Love you guys. Let's just get into it. All right. Also, I like to read out loud and not look at the screen because it kind of gives like the moderators like a little time to like relax too, doesn't it? I don't know what you guys. Come on, mods, stop modding. Let it go, man. Let the goofy roll. No. Thank you guys. Thank you to Herbie and Derek Anderson for our mods. Send some emotes and love notes to those guys. Penny is usually here. She'll be doing it too. And let's see. Let's get to it. It is said we are okay. Heidegger says we are ourselves the entities to be analyzed. Okay. It is said that in ancient Athens, the followers of Plato gathered one day to ask themselves the following question: what is a human being? After a great deal of thought, they came up with the following answer: a human being is a featherless biped. Everybody seemed content with this definition until Diogenes, the cynic, burst into the lecture hall with a live, plucked chicken, shouting, "Behold, I present you with a human being." After the commotion had died down, the philosophers reconvened and refined their definition. A human being, they said, is a featherless biped with broad nails. This curious story from the history of early philosophy shows the kinds of difficulties philosophers have sometimes been faced with when attempting to give abstract general definitions of what it is to be human. Even without the intervention of Diogenes, it seems clear that describing ourselves as featherless bipeds does not really capture much of what it means to be human. It is this question, how we might go about analyzing what it is to be human, that concerned the philosopher Martin Heidegger. When Heidegger came to answer the question, he did so in a way that was strikingly different from many of his predecessors. Instead of attempting an abstract definition that looks at human life from the outside, he attempts to provide a much more concrete analysis of being from what could be called an insider's position. He says that since we exist in the thick of things, in the midst of life, if we want to understand what it is to be human, we have to do so by looking at human life from within this life. Heidegger was a student of Husserl, and he followed Husserl's method of phenomenology. This is a philosophical approach that looks at phenomena, how things appear, through examining our experience. There's like an entire section of the page I missed. Hold on. Heidegger was a student of Husserl. He followed Husserl's method of phenomenology. This is a philosophical approach that looks at phenomena, how things appear, through examining our experience of them. For example, phenomenology would not look directly at the question, what is a human being, but would instead look at the question, what is it like to be human? Right. For Heidegger, this constitutes the fundamental question of philosophy. He was most interested in the philosophical subject of ontology, from the Greek word ontos, meaning being, the science of being, which looks at questions about being, or existence. Examples of ontological questions might be, what does it mean to say that something exists? And what are the different kinds of things that exist? What the fuck? Alright, Heidegger wanted to use the question, what is it like to be a human, as a way of answering deeper questions about existence in general. Boy, you can really think your way into a bucket, can't you? Sometimes you can be like, wow, this is a really neat bucket. These guys are writing about some wackadoo buckets going on here. What's it like to be a human? What the bucket is going on? In his book, Being and Time, Heidegger claims that when other philosophers have asked ontological questions, they have tended to use approaches that are too abstract and shallow. If we want to know what it means to say that something exists, we need to start looking at the question from the perspective of those beings for whom being is an issue. What the bucket is going on here? If we want to know what it means to say that something exists, we need to start looking at the question from the perspective of those beings for whom being is an issue. Okay. We can assume that although cats, dogs, and toadstools are beings, they do not wonder about their being. They do not fret over ontological questions. They do not ask, what does it mean to say that something exists? But there is, Heidegger points out, one being that does wonder about these things, and that is the human being. In saying that we are ourselves the entities to be analyzed, Heidegger is saying that we, if we want to explore the questions of being, we have to start with ourselves by looking at what it means for us to exist. Goodness, okay. Being and time. When Heidegger asks about the meaning of being, he is not asking about abstract ideas, but about something very direct and immediate. In the opening pages of his book, he says that the meaning of our being must be tied up with time. We are essentially temporal beings. When we are born, we find ourselves in the world as if we had been thrown there on a trajectory we have not chosen. We simply find that we have come to exist in an ongoing world that pre-existed us, so that at our birth we are presented with a particular historical, material, and spiritual environment. We attempt to make sense of this world by engaging in various pastimes. For example, we might learn Latin, or attempt to find true love, or decide to build ourselves a house. I think it's funny that all three of those are probably as hard as each other. You know? Like, if I can learn Latin, I could probably fall in love. If I can fall in love, I could probably build a house. If I can build a house, E tu Brute, through these time-consuming projects, we literally project ourselves toward different possible futures. We define our existence. However, sometimes we become aware that there is an outermost limit to all our projects, a point at which everything we plan will come to an end, whether finished or unfinished. This point is the point of our death. Death, Heidegger says, is the outermost horizon of our being. Everything we can do, or see, or think takes place within this horizon. We cannot see beyond it. Heidegger's technical vocabulary is famously difficult to understand, but this is largely because he is attempting to explore complex philosophical questions in a concrete or non-abstract way. So he's making shit up as he goes. He wants to relate to our actual experience. To say that the furthest horizon of our being is death is to say something about what it is like to live a human life. And it captures some idea of what we are in a way that many philosophical definitions, featherless biped or political animal, for example, overlook. It is to Heidegger that we owe the philosophical distinction between authentic and inauthentic experience or existence. Most of the time we are wrapped up in various ongoing projects and forget about death. But in seeing our life purely in terms of the projects in which we are engaged, we miss a more fundamental dimension of our existence, and to that extent, Heidegger says, we are existing inauthentically. When we become aware of death as the ultimate limit of our possibilities, we start to reach a deeper understanding of what it means to exist. For example, when a good friend dies, we may look at our own lives and realize that the various projects which absorb us from day to day feel meaningless, and that there is a deeper dimension to life that is missing. And so, we may find ourselves changing our priorities and projecting ourselves towards different futures. Mortality does that to a person, doesn't it? Heidegger's later philosophy continues to tackle questions of being, but it turns away from his earlier exacting approach to take a more poetic look at the same kinds of questions. Philosophy, he comes to suspect, simply cannot reflect this deeply on our own being. We're really swiping at shadows. In order to ask questions about human existence, we must use the richer, deeper language of poetry, which engages us in a way that goes far beyond the mere exchange of information. Heidegger was one of the 20th century's most influential philosophers. His early attempt to analyze what it means to be human and how one might live an authentic life inspired philosophers such as Sartre, Levinas, and Gadamer, and contributed to the birth of existentialism. His later, more poetic thinking has also had a powerful influence on ecological philosophers, who believe it offers a way of thinking about what it means to be a human being within a world under threat of environmental destruction. Who are you? Who? I really want to know. Who are you? Who? You know what I mean? That's what it is. That's what Heidegger is. Heidegger is the who. Who are you? Who? I really want to know. You know? Come on. That's what Heidegger is. Every time you hear that song, you're like, oh man, I think I'm listening to Heidegger right now. I should probably figure out who the hell I am. Yeah, maybe, I don't know. Well, who are you? Who? I really want, you know. I should probably look up the words if I want to sing that song, right? I'm not gonna. It's a book day. Man. Little horse shack right there. Ooh. Dear Mr. Carter, welcome back. Your dreams are your ticket out. Welcome back. It's a YOLO, nerd says. It's YOLO. Rip Energy, Pineapple. I have the Pure Power one. I really like the Power one. I found that one last week. Really like that one. I think it's got like a pomegranate-y kind of feel to it. I'm not sure. Anyhow, let's just jump into the book. It's a book day. I love you guys. Thank you guys for sticking around. Don't forget to check out the old website, the DetroitMushslap.net. You can go down there, figure out a way to get a hold of us if you got any quips or comments. I don't know. If you got shit to say, go say it there. I don't know. You can get a hold of me if you need to, if you know how. Alright, the next one. Yeah, you're right, that one wasn't gross. That one was good. That was that right there, came right up, came all the way out. Yeah, maybe it isn't gross, Jay. Maybe it isn't. That one, it tasted like pineapple, nerd. That was good. That was nasty. The individual's only true moral choice is through self-sacrifice for the community. Huh? Tetsuro Watsuji. Let me read that one more time. The individual's only true moral choice is through self-sacrifice for the community. Tetsuro Watsuji was one of the leading philosophers in Japan in the early part of the 20th century, and he wrote on both Eastern and Western philosophy. He studied in Japan and Europe, and like many Japanese philosophers of his time, his work shows a creative synthesis of these two very different traditions. Watsuji's studies of Western approaches to ethics convinced him that thinkers in the West tend to take an individualistic approach to human nature, and so also to ethics. But for Watsuji, individuals can only be understood as expressions of their particular times, relationships, and social contexts. Who are you? Ooh, 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 ooh. Which together constitute a climate. He explores the idea of human nature in terms of our relationships with the wider community, which form a network within which we exist. Watsuji calls this betweenness. For Watsuji, ethics is a matter not of individual action, but of the forgetting of or the sacrifice of one's self, so that the individual can work for the benefit of the wider community. Watsuji's nationalistic ethics and insistence on the superiority of the Japanese race led to his fall from favor following World War II, although he later distanced himself from these views. The individual can only survive if we all survive. I mean, I kind of like that concept. That's like altruistic objectivism, and I like that. And maybe, I don't know if we'll get to Ayn Rand. I hope not, because I hope I don't have to read about Ayn. That might be more political than philosophical objectivism. But anyhow, I like that one, nerd. I like that. The individual can only survive if we all survive. Okay. Logic is the last scientific ingredient of philosophy. We might have time for 7 more after this. Who knows? Rudolf Carnap. We're going to have a hell of a reading day today. Alright. Logic is the last scientific ingredient of philosophy. One of the problems for 20th century philosophy is determining a role for philosophy given the success of the natural sciences. This is one of the main concerns of German-born Rudolf Carnap in The Physical Language as the Universal Language of Science, written in 1934, which suggests that philosophy's proper function and its primary contribution to science is the logical analysis and clarification of scientific concepts. Carnap claims that many apparently deep philosophical problems, such as metaphysical ones, are meaningless because they cannot be proved or disproved through experience. So this is the very scientific way of looking at life, and I'd be reaching right into my heart here. Hold on, let's start this paragraph over again. Carnap claims that many apparently deep philosophical problems, such as metaphysical ones, are meaningless because they cannot be proved or disproved through experience. He adds that they are also, in fact, pseudo-problems caused by logical confusions in the way that we use language. Ooh. Logical positivism accepts as true only strictly logical statements that can be empirically verified. Oh yeah? Prove it! For Carnap, philosophy's real task is therefore the logical analysis of language in order to discover and rule out those questions that are, strictly speaking, meaningless, and to find ways of talking clearly and unambiguously about the sciences. Some philosophers, such as Willard Quine and Karl Popper, have argued that Carnap's standards for what can be said meaningfully are too exacting and present an idealized view of how science operates, which is not reflected in practice. Nevertheless, Carnap's reminder that language can fool us into seeing problems that are not really there is an important one. Watch what you say, guys. What do you mean? Who are you? What do you mean? I really want it. I tried to describe Props what breaking the radio is, and I still don't think he quite understands the concept. He doesn't really watch the segments very often. I go, Pops, what I do is I pick the song, and most of the time I have no idea how the song goes. I don't know anything more about who. I have like a feel of the song, you know? Only because I've seen CSI a few times, you know? And so I kind of know the gist of it, you know? There's a lot of owls going on, right? And so what I do is I break the song. He goes, what do you mean? You don't know the words? And I go, no, I have the words in front of me and I'm reading the words, but I read it and I don't even know if I'm reading it correctly. I just break the song. In fact, what I'll do is I'll sing Happy Birthday to the tune of Amazing Grace. Because I don't know how to sing Happy Birthday, but I know how to sing Amazing Grace. And so, Happy Birthday, and he still doesn't quite, it's not quite, language is important. What do you mean? Alright. 1 second. What are you doing? Dog was barking at something outside. I had to check that out. I apologize to you guys. Sorry about that. We got 2 more sections. I think we can get through 2 more sections here. Good morning. Hip Kitty. Good morning. Sorry about that, guys. Alright. Let's just take another... We'll do it. We'll get into it. Right? I think he's barking at the trash cans. I can seriously hear him barking. Hold on. Do you mind if I take like a minute to go grab the dog? Hold on a minute. Good morning, Hippie. Hold on. He's just checking the lag, right? Hold on. Let me go. 1 second. Sorry about that, guys. There's a squirrel. Hold on. Let's go see. Let's go take a... This dude's not running away. I'm not happy about that, so I'm gonna go back inside. I think he's got problems. And I closed the door so that Ruff could go in. But holy balls, that squirrel's not running away. And he should be. That's what he was barking at. Huge yard rat. Exactly. So I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to let the squirrel... Because if a squirrel's not running away from you, he's not really being a good squirrel. So, that was crazy. Is that what it is? Nerd? Nerd says he's probably drunk on some rotten pumpkin. Well, I guess. He's drunk on something. Alright. Sorry about that. That was a lot of fun. Let's get back into the book here. Alright. That's crazy. Crazy squirrel. Looking right at Ruff. Just like, what? I don't know what it. No, we had garbage. Garbage day was already. We already got our garbage taken this morning, so couldn't have gotten into the garbage. So I don't know. That's crazy. That was crazy. I haven't seen a squirrel do that. I've seen a squirrel come up to me, like as a kid, like we had squirrels in the tree right out front, and like my mom and I, like we would give them bread, and they'd come take the bread out. So that was kind of fun. But holy balls and a half. That was wackadoo. I haven't seen... and I had to put the dog in. Because the dog's not going to let him go. Anyhow. Morning Mushmouth, by the way. Let's just... yeah, we got 2 more sections here. Yeah, he probably did get poisoned, Corey. I don't know what the hell happened to him. But that sucked. No, we don't... Me? I don't know. Squirrel Team 6? Let's just... I mean, the way he was looking at me, I could have been like one of my friends. Coming back. I'm just making sure you're alright. You know? Maybe that was my grandpa. Maybe that was Grandpa Bob. Death is a weird thing, Heidegger. The only way of knowing a person is to love them without hope. Walter Benjamin. The German philosopher Walter Benjamin was an affiliate of the Frankfurt School, a group of neo-Marxist social theorists who explored the significance of mass culture and communication. Benjamin was also fascinated by the techniques of film and literature, and his 1926 essay, One-Way Street, is an experiment in literary construction. Here, he puts together a collection of observations, intellectual and empirical, that apparently occur to him as he walks down an imaginary city street. In the essay, Benjamin does not set out a grand theory. Instead, he wants to surprise us with ideas, in the same way that we might be surprised by something catching our eye while on a walk. Towards the end of the essay, he says that quotations in my work are like wayside robbers who leap out, brandishing weapons, and relieve the idler of his certainty. Okay. The idea that the only way of knowing a person is to love them hopelessly appears in the middle of the essay under the heading Arc Lamp. In a flare of light, Benjamin pauses and thinks just this and no more. The essay moves immediately afterwards to a new section. We are forced to guess what he means. Is he saying that knowledge arises out of love? Or that it is only when we stop hoping for some outcome that we can clearly see the beloved? We cannot know. All we can do is walk down the street alongside Benjamin, experiencing the flare of light of these passing thoughts. What the? Was that just like a... I think there was a book review. I think there was a book review for an essay that had... can we put love? Why do we have that in the book? I guess that love is a philosophy and such, but like, that was a really like... That was super short. What do you mean? There's no Matrix in there? There's no, like, down with the man? You know what I mean? There's no, like, quit your job? No, this is more like, so I was thinking. It's one of those, like, Jack Handy moments where it's like, you know what? It's probably best not to run with scissors. That which is cannot be true. What the? Herbert Marcuse. Man, we're really writing ourselves into some buckets. At first glance, nothing seems to be more irrational than Marcuse's claim that that which is cannot be true. which appears in his 1941 book, Reason and Revolution. If that which is cannot be true, the reader is tempted to ask, then what is? But Marcuse's idea is partly an attempt to overturn the claim made by the German philosopher Hegel that what is rational is actual, and also that what is actual is rational. Marcuse believes this is a dangerous idea because it leads us to think that what is actually the case, such as our existing political system, is necessarily rational. I mean, if it works, it works, right? I mean, why change anything if it exists as it's existing now? I mean, I guess, despite all your rage, you're still just a rat in a cage. You know, alright, I guess I am. Despite all my rage, I am still, and you just sing along. He reminds us that those things we take as reasonable may be far more unreasonable than we like to admit. Damn cages. He also wants to shake us up into realizing the irrational nature of many of the things that we take for granted. I have a Rage Against the Machine song stuck in my head, and I can't think of all the saying that burn. You know what I mean? In particular, Marcuse is deeply uneasy with capitalist societies and with what he calls their terrifying harmony of freedom and oppression, productivity and destruction, growth and regression. We assume that the societies we live in are based upon reason and justice, but when we look more closely, we may find that they are neither as just nor as reasonable as we believe. Marcuse is not discounting reason, but trying to point out that reason is subversive, and that we can use it to call into question the society in which we live. The aim of philosophy for Marcuse is a rationalist theory of society. You can think your way into a paper bag, you can think your way out of a paper bag, and maybe you can think past the paper bag next time. Binger banger, what a hell of a day. Who are you? Who, I really wanna know, who are you? That's a hell of a day. Drunk squirrels. Pineapple burps. Talking about flatulence. Hanging out with friends. Oh, man. Stretching out. Thanks for hitting the like button. Appreciate that. Good to see you guys. Hopefully we're learning and we're taking into account that maybe we don't know as much as we thought we did. Whether or not it means anything, who cares? That's a big one for me. It's like, who cares? Yippee! You know? Oh boy, if I yippee you, that's woo! You know? Alright, good for you. Oh, if I ever say good for you, I don't mean that. I don't mean that. Appreciate you, Joe. I don't mean that. I probably mean it, but I don't mean it. You know, like not. If I say it in kind of like a. Okay, let's get out of here. I hope you guys have had a good Wednesday. Was it tomorrow is Halloween? Trick or treating. Do we have favorite candy? Let's talk real quick. What's your favorite candy? Do you have a favorite candy? I don't even know if I have a favorite candy. I'm trying to think if I have a favorite. I like combos a lot, but that's not like... Is a combo a candy or is that a snack? What's a combo? There's the question. What's a combo? The pretzel thing with the inside thing. What, is that a candy? Is that a snack? What's a combo? You know, like peanut butter cup, you know, a Butterfinger, it's candy. A peanut butter cup, candy. What's a combo? Hold on. Let me... Hold on. I got a box of combos. Don't ask me why. Don't ask, okay? Just don't. It's fine. We're allowed to have our things. What's a combo? What the hell even is... Ranch flavor... What is it? Is that a candy? Ranch dip... I'll tell you what. You're looking at that going, no effing way is that tasty at all. And I looked at that and I went, no effing way is that tasty at all. Ranch dip combos. These are it's a snack niffer. It's not a candy. I got the pizza flavor too. I've got the cheese pizza flavor. I've got the pizza flavor. What is a combo? It's a treat, Choop and Doop says. It's not a snack. Is it a candy? I don't know. What even is a combo? Okay, let's get out of here. What even is a combo? You guys are weird. Let's get out of here. Fake cheese pushed into a pretzel's Come on, Derek Anderson. You should bloop yourself. Can we... Herbie, are we allowed to mod the mod? Are we allowed to do... You don't do that to my combos. You don't say that about my combo. What are you doing there? Get him out of here. Get him out of here. Alright, you don't get to come trick-or-treating at our house, okay? That's what I'm doing that to my combo. I was going to give you a combo, but you're like, no, it's like a fake cheese shoved over pretzels, you know, took it. So I'm like, what are you? Knock it off. Get him out of here. Oh, now you're backing away from me. Like, I was dibble-dabbling really hard there for a minute. I'm sorry about that. No, you don't get to do that. Get out of here! No, I'm kidding. Thank you. That was, now I gotta scroll and pretend like that didn't hurt my feelings. Alright, here we go. Put Derek in the reflecting pool. Alright. The ones. Alright, you know what? Let's give... Herbie says we give warnings to family first. Family doesn't say things like that, Herbie. Okay? Let's go. Nerdy, love you weirdos. Super profundo on the early eve of your day. You too, Nerd Nature. Catzilla, have a great day, Brock. You too, Cat. Michael Allen, bye, guys. Absolutely. Brock be yelling, trick or hug. God damn it, Jesus Christ. You're the guy, huh? Now you're on the list. Alright, Michael and the ladies, of course. And Herbie on much love to Brock and crew from the Herbie Vaughn. Have a good night, JC from the Bill D. Man, you're such a good guy. Like turning the lights on and making sure Australia's all happy. Deborah Pearl with the emotes. Love you, Deborah Pearl. Different Mama, have a beautiful day. Mars with the Herbie with the strong arm. Absolutely. Derek Anderson, thank you, B, and everyone for an awesome morning. Love you all and have a combo-free awesome day. Look here, Mr. Derek Anderson. I swear to gosh. I can, you know what? Put user in a timeout for, yeah, let's just do it. You earned that one. Clean Grow, love, peace, and bud grease. Jesus Christ, yo, Bill, mate, love you. That's great. We're making friends from coast to coast. Coast of America to coast of Australia. You know, like coast to coast. 5280, later rats. Michael, it's a corn day. Skamoji, much love, y'all. Jesus Christ, bye, Shelly, my sweetheart, stay safe. I love you, Lord Divine. Great day. Hugs all. God, there's Laura again. All right, we got Jesus Christ and we got Laura. All right, you're both of you on the list. Laura, you know what? I really hate that you're on the list. Mars, have a good day. Shoop and Doop, have a great one. Mush Fab, keep on chooping. Herbie, have a great day. And thanks for being here. Michael Patterson, happy day, beautiful weather. Shanti, Brock, and crew. Devin, we got the Wads, we got Herbie. You can do that. Mods don't block other mods. It's a thin blue line kind of thing. No, it's not. I do that. I'm the funny one here. Alright? Niffer Mama, Shanti, Michael Patterson, Clean Grow, corruption, Herbie. It's all corruption. Alright? It's all corruption. Jesus Christ, hugging Australian. So it's like a 60. Because if I hug, I feel like we can just let that one. Silly Jesus Christ with your silly jokes. And then you squeeze. Oh yeah, that's what okay, right? Is that a language? Did I have to tell you guys what I was doing there? For those of you without your headphones, or that are listening on headphones, or you're at work, or you're like driving around, and you're trying to like happy face, cry, happy face, cry, thumbs up emoji, send. Yeah, like, do you have to say send? While you're driving? And after you send happy face, blow snot, happy face, cover mouth, with the nose emoji, like, I don't know, like, how do you say that out loud? How do you get like how do you get the nose emoji? And nose emoji, nose emoji, you know what I mean? Like, if you say it really fast, like, nose emoji, and then it becomes like, did you just try and speak Italian? And then it translates to, like, no, that's a horse. Why did you just say horse? So, like, every time you, like, now your phone has it mimicked into learned AI. The nose is a horse. When you're like, I'm trying to blow my horse. And you're like, what? No, I'm trying to blow my nose. But instead you're like, what do you mean you're trying to blow the horse? You leave that horse alone. What, did it run a race and it broke a leg and then you gotta, what do you mean? Then you gotta kill the horse? We dealt with death, okay? We've already dealt with that, okay? Well, you know what? Maybe you don't run the horse so hard that it's gonna break a leg and you gotta blow your nose now. Okay? Maybe quit sneezing and we can run a real race. You know what I mean? If you have to blow your nose after you watch a horse race, you're evil. And you are the reason why jockeys should be paid more. I don't feel like jockeys get the respect that they get. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what the hell I'm even saying. What I mean is, if you give a hug, you get a hug back. Laura. I love you guys. Be safe or just be. Either way. Take care of yourselves. Or not. I don't know. You just do whatever, I guess.